Okay, it's a fantastic Friday morning, and it's nice to be here again this beautiful, beautiful Friday, the very last day in the month of April, year 2021. And it's great to know that you're tuning in. You're listening to the Integrity Station, Splash 105.5 FM, broadcasting live from the White House building, Felele, in the city of Ibadan. My name is Tunde Olawuwo, and the program is Sports Bank. So from now till 8 o'clock, we're going to be riding together, giving you the best and the latest in the world of sports. Don't forget that Fridays, they come with the added flavor of you not only listening to the program, but getting to play and win on this program. Talking about playing, we have a teaser for you already on our verified Twitter handle this morning at Splash FM 1055. At Splash FM 1055. Just tell me, winning Friday on Sports Bang. I'm a former teammate of Atom Ben Alpha. I retired from active football in 2020. I made my EPL debut against Arsenal and scored 17 goals in the English top flight. Who am I? I'm just going to take that again. I'm a former teammate of Atom Ben Alpha. I retired from active football in 2020. I made my EPL debut against Arsenal and scored 17 goals in the English top flight. Who am I? Send your answers in latest by 7:45. Don't forget to include the hashtag SportsBang, hashtag Winning Friday. Remember that later on the program, we'll get to talk extensively about, some of the things that we have lined up this morning. The UEFA Europa League was on and yesterday, 2 games. Some will say one is, maybe 85% decided. The other one is still hanging in the balance, meaning that still have a lot to play for. But all the same, the two of them have got 90 minutes each to negotiate. Don't forget that we're still going to let you know about the ongoing registration to be part of the coaching and football scouting exercise at the Ilaji Hotel and Sports Resort. This morning, you get that as well. Okay, before I move on, let me welcome on board Faith Adedeji. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tunde. Good morning, Ibadan. It's another wonderful time to be on Sports Bank, being a Friday morning, and you will say we call it the Winning Friday edition of Sports Bank. And you've reeled out so many things we'll be looking into today. And you've talked about the Europa League that we had last night. Maybe one of those big European nights for some of those big clubs. But then, for the other club, they still have the chance, obviously. Just like you said, they got the crucial away goal, so maybe they'll still look at the second leg, the 90 minutes, as a big chance, and then maybe Roma will also feel they are not down and out yet. There's still a possibility. A 4-0 lead win in the second leg might just be enough for them, considering that they also got 2 away goals. So we still look at all these things. But then quickly into our history books today, it takes us into the world of tennis this morning, and maybe I'll be talking about one of the most precocious talents in tennis history. Maybe talking about Monica Seles. Monica Seles was someone who already won 8 Grand Slam titles before the age of 20, as a teenager, winning 8 Grand Slam titles. But then, on this day in 1993, I would say, evil befell her a little bit because she was stabbed on court. A big fan, someone named Gotapache, he was a big fan of Steffi Graf. She was, at that point, a big rival to Steffi Graf. She already defeated Steffi Graf in 3 of the 4 Grand Slam finals they met. So, someone maybe having a mental disorder and all that just went on court at a particular game in Germany and he stabbed her. And that was one of maybe the
beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end for her. It was a big downfall for her. But then she still showed one of those great comebacks in sporting history. She was out for 2 years. After 2 years, she came back in 1996 to eventually win, her last Grand Slam title. She won an Australian Open, and that is something we should still give her kudos for. Maybe one of those comebacks alongside Tiger Woods. We still say this is one of those comebacks. But unfortunately, she was unable to reach that kind of height she got to before that incident. It became a very big problem for her. But then she'll still go down as one of the greats in the world of women's tennis, and it's a wonderful time to maybe celebrate her this morning.
Great one, great story, great backstory as well. And thank you for bringing us up this morning. Ayo Bami Animashaun is on the program as well. Good morning to you, Ayo.
Yeah, good morning to you today. Good morning to Faith, and good morning to the listeners out there. Good one right there from Faith, taking us down the memory lane. But I would rather be looking out to the future as regards what could eventually happen later today, as we'll be having the CAF draw for the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup. We're here just yesterday morning celebrating our Enyimba scored a late winner against Orlando Pirates. So it has taken them to the next stage, and the identity of their next opposition would eventually be revealed today. So whether that celebration last night was worth it would eventually, would have a hint towards that when we have the identity of the opposition, because I'm quite scared for some teams. They actually have the possibility of facing just 3 teams, and amongst them, I'm really, really scared about the possibility of facing Pyramids FC. I mean, that seems to be like the toughest of the lot in that particular situation. I'm so hoping that Enyimba, one way or the other, avoid the Egyptian club, who seem to be on the rise in the last few years.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes open on the draws to come later today. Let's get going. The Athletics Federation of Nigeria has announced that athletes from the country will not be participating in the World Athletics Relays built to start from May 1st, that's tomorrow, to 2nd, 2021 in Poland. AFN's factional president Ibrahim Shoguso said this in a statement on Thursday titled Sport Ministry's Quarters Nigeria's World Relays Participation. But John Akoji, media aide to the Sport Minister, Sunday Dare, denied claims that the Sport Ministry's Quarters Nigeria's participation. Akoji, who said Shoguso is not the recognized AFN president, confirmed the development, saying the athletes were denied visas by the Polish embassy. A leadership crisis is currently rocking the Nigerian athletics body, with the sport ministry backing a faction headed by another person in the person of Olamide George. And on tennis, Australia's world number 1 Ashley Barty claimed her 12th consecutive win on red clay with a 6-2, 6-1 victory over Shelby Rogers of America. However, fourth seed Elena Svitolina squandered 6 match points as she was stunned by Jill Techman of Switzerland 2-6, 6-4, 7-6. Joanna Konta, seeded 15th at the event, beat Kazakhstan's Yulia Putintseva 6-4, 6-2 for just her 3rd victory of the year. Elsewhere, Britain's Cameron Norrie beat a Spanish qualifier Pedro Martinez to reach the historic Open quarterfinals. Norrie fought for 3 hours to win 4-6, 7-6, 7-5 and set up a meeting with second seed Christian Garin of Chile. We'll check out Formula One. Lewis Hamilton says he intends to remain in Formula One for at least another season after this year. The 7-time champion signed a 1-year deal with Mercedes at the start of 2021, but said on Thursday that he plans to be in the sport next season. He said he was enjoying his title fight with Red Bull's Max Verstappen and was determined to continue to fight against racism and for diversity. Sports bang on Splash 105.5 FM. On boxing, top-ranked promoter Bob Arum turned the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight negotiating drama up a notch on Thursday when he referred to the discussed blockbuster boxing match for this summer as dead in the water. It happened as Arum, who co-promotes Fury in the United States, told the UK's Telegraph that talks with the fight Saudi Arabian host will take months or more to resolve, and Fury and Joshua will have to take another opponent in the meantime. However, Joshua's promoter at the end of Matchroom Boxing has repeatedly said that Fury versus Joshua is a done deal. He reiterated this on Thursday. Asked if fight talks between the camps of Fury and Joshua had stalled, he said there are no delays. Fury is the linear boxing heavyweight champion. The 32-year-old has not fought since a 7th-round knockout of Deontay Wilder in February 2020. Joshua has won 2 straight after losing the first fight of his career to Andy Ruiz in June 2019. Joshua holds the WBA, Super, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight titles. Guys, let's talk about this quickly. Do you think this proposed fight stands a risk of losing steam, especially when promoters drag on, for so long about money, about venue, about, those necessary details, let me call them, but not what the fans want to see.
Yeah, obviously, the risk is always there. The risk will always be there for that kind of fight. But then I was not expecting it to be a smooth sailing kind of negotiation. This is one fight you might term as maybe the Super Bowl of boxing. It's one of those biggest fights. If you tell me the biggest fight in boxing history, you might not be entirely wrong. So you expect this kind of negotiation back and forth. You expect, logistic problems, just like you said. They have to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. So you expect the back and forth. Obviously, showing that maybe, Bob Arum they're asking for something. Something is coming from Tyson Fury's camp. Maybe they are looking forward to getting a better percentage or something, and that is why they are looking at, holding them at ransom. Looking at the way they are doing it, because I saw an interview at the end talking about Anthony Joshua's promoter. Was talking about how they were giving them huge difficulties, and I understand all those things. I think the fight will still come up, and this is just part of those things that would maybe eating up the kind of build up to the fight. It's something that would give us the kind of build up we always look forward to. Back and forth here and there, we'll begin to hear trash talks from the fighters, from the boxers themselves and all that. So I think it will still come up, but then it might still face a little bit of obstacles here and there.
Okay, well, we'll hope that this happens as soon as possible. One is 32, Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua is 31. They are gradually, getting, out of, what you call their prime years, especially if you maybe count 1, 2, 3 more years to go. We don't want to see them,
even apart from the fact that they are getting older. I mean, it's also very important to note the fact that the beauty of having this battle obviously lie with the fact that both of them still will the bet.
Yes, one of them could lose it.
Exactly. If they drag it for too long, if maybe Joshua or Fury gets to lose the belt is currently holding, then the talks of having this Super Bowl, like Faith actually put it, might have actually eaten a snack. So I think the earlier the better. But I think it's also understandable why they're actually having this back and forth, because both of them are at the top of their game at the moment. It's usually smooth when you have someone up there, and maybe someone like Andrew Ruiz or someone that is also trying to actually stake a claim for himself rather than the heavyweight category is trying to wage something against such a top boxer. It would have been so seamless in such a discussion, because such a caliber challenger would not really wield so much negotiating power. But hey, Joshua is actually at the top. Same thing with Tyson Fury, so you can actually understand why there is this back and forth, and of course both parties are actually dragging their feet a bit too long. But I think just for the sake of the beauty of boxing, and at least for the fact that fans have been yearning and salivating for a long time to have this kind of bout, I think they should really just look at that and make it happen. Whatever happens out of it, we all know that won't be the end anyways, because it's likely to actually go down to maybe a trilogy. That's even if it doesn't end right there in the second round. So the second bout rather. So we understand that this will not be a one bout affair. So why not just really give us the first one, and then you can drag your feet for as long as you want in the second or the third.
Okay, on basketball, Kevin Porter Jr. scored a career-high 50 points to go along with 11 assists on Thursday night, becoming the youngest player ever to log a 50-point double-double with assists. The performance helped the Houston Rockets snap a 5-game losing streak as they beat Milwaukee Bucks 143 to 136. In the other results, Brooklyn Nets also, this time they were on the losing end against Indiana Pacers 130 to 113. Houston Rockets defeated, like we told you earlier, Milwaukee Bucks 143 to 146, and Minnesota Timberwolves were winners against Golden State Warriors 126 to 114. And back discussing football on the program 2 weeks after Van Dresser FC announced its decision to discontinue participation in the 2020-2021 Nigerian National League. The Lagos-based club have made a U-turn and returned to the league. A decision to return to the league by Van Dresser was part of resolutions reached in a bipartite meeting held between the club and the management of NNL in Abuja on Thursday. Among other resolutions reached in the meeting, which included the understanding by the NNL management and Van Dresser FC management, as well as all other 45 clubs in the league, to work harmoniously in promoting the league to the global community within the frame of rules guiding the league. The two parties also agreed that Van Dresser FC should return to the league and continue its matches from where the league went on mid-season break. Now, AY, the the bone of contention then, among other things, was the fact that Van Dresser was being prevented from streaming via their own platform. Has this particular one been resolved?
Yes, even way before they eventually had a meeting yesterday, NNL actually released a statement sometimes last week to actually send across to all clubs that, listen, the league body actually owns the right for the broadcast of the games. But in the absence of actually having a prime TV deal for the league, clubs can actually go ahead and broadcast their games, albeit without any form of financial remuneration, because as soon as that is included, then of course NNL must actually wait in this one, then get their own chunk of whatever it is they actually earn in terms of financial remuneration from broadcasting. But as things stands right now, Van Dresser FC are not actually doing that for the sake of making money. I think it's chiefly just in a bit to actually ensure they propagate their own club, the brand and all that. So all that has actually been settled, and what was held yesterday was just a formality as regards having Van Dresser back, which is quite a win-win for all the parties involved. But I just hope that going forward, whatever loophole is still left in that agreement that they actually had initially, and even with the one they actually reached yesterday, is not being exploited by just any other club in the NNL again.
Okay, wish them all the best. It's great that we have the NNL back in one piece. Confederation of African Football CAF today owed the draw for the quarterfinals of both the CAF Confederations Cup and the CAF Champions League in Cairo. Two teams who faced each other in the group stage cannot be drawn against each other in the quarterfinals. So let's look at the Champions League quarterfinalists. In Group A, you have Simba of Tanzania and Al Ahly of Egypt. In Group B, Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa and Belouizdad of Algeria. In Group C, Wydad Casablanca from Morocco, Kaizer Chiefs from South Africa, and lastly in Group D, Esperance of Tunisia against Mouloudia Alger of Algeria. In the CAF Confederations Cup, Enyimba of Nigeria are housed in Group A alongside Orlando Pirates. Group B, GS Kabylie against Cotton Sport, not against, actually in the same group before the draws. Group C, you have Giraffe of Senegal against Faction of Tunisia. And Group D, Raja Casablanca of Morocco and Pyramids of Egypt. Teams Enyimba can face Cotton Sports, Faction, Pyramids. So AY, make your pick if you can.
I would rather go for Cotton Sports, honestly.
Of Cote d'Ivoire.
The list of the evils, let me put it that way. Yes. Now, Pyramids have actually been on a surge. I mean, the last 4 or 5 years, the massive investments that has actually been made into the club, it has paid dividends in terms of results on the field. So I would really try as much as possible to avoid them. CX Fasten also another, traditional team on the continent. So I think they also stand a very, very good to be a very, very good opposition for Enyimba. So I would really, if possible, love to avoid them as well. But for
anything, Sports, avoid the North Africans.
Yes,
at
exactly.
At this point
Cotton
in time.
Sports, a Cameroonian club, no disrespect, but I think they should really not be a match for the pedigree of Enyimba. Should they really be drawn against each other later today in the quarterfinal stage? So I'm hoping that would eventually turn out to be the case anyways.
Okay, before we take a break, RB Leipzig have hired Jessamash from Salzburg on a 2-year deal. It's interesting. I mean, Salzburg is a sister club, and their coach Nagelsmann is Bayern Munich bound. So it's good that they have that sorted as soon as possible. Well, the report we have is that Lionel Messi has agreed to stay at Barcelona. That's from Catalan TV, TVE3. What? I don't know.
I mean, the is gaining momentum in Spain. So it is quite interesting how this may eventually pan out. We all understand the kind of relationship he has right there, with Joan Laporta.
Okay.
And then the fact that he's also agreeing to a pay cut, I think that is something I want to hear more about going forward.
You're surprised?
I'm surprised.
He's soon going to be 34.
No, I'm not surprised, actually.
So,
but it's still Lionel Messi.
Yes.
And the fact that he's got someone as president in whom he actually trusts, in Joan Laporta, I mean, that's really the key for me. So it's not surprising that he could eventually agree to a wage cut and even stay at Barcelona.
Okay, in the Europa League, Nicolas Pepe's second-half penalty gave 10-man Arsenal a lifeline in the Europa League semi-final after a testing 2-1 first-leg defeat to Unai Emery's Villarreal in Spain. So they have the second leg to look out for. Edison Cavani and Bruno Fernandes scored 2 goals apiece as Manchester United came from behind to beat Roma 6-2 in a thrilling first leg of the Europa League semi-final. We'll take this message from Elijah. We'll be back in a moment.
Elijah Hotel and Spa Resort is at it again. in furtherance of its corporate vision of nurturing football talent to stadium and in fulfillment of its contractual agreement with Malaga CF of Spain. Ilaji Hotel and Spa Resort is organizing a 7-day scouting program and coaching education for talented footballers and coaches who want to give their career a giant leap. This scouting program will hold between Saturday, 1st of May and Friday, May 7, 2021. Application fee is 10,500 for the young talented footballers and 20,000 naira for the coaches. Highly talented footballers stand a good chance of being scouted by Malaga CF Academy coach and Mr. Diego Martins, a FIFA licensed agent. Ilaji Hotel and Spa Resort will be responsible for the sponsorship of successful players. Football coaches will be given a certificate of participation. Visit Ilaji Hotel and Spa Resort or Loyal Village at Koro Ibadan or call 0802 362 6685 for details. Don't miss it.
Okay, great too. I'll be back on Sports Bank to let you know that we're gradually getting close to the climax of what we've been talking about in the scouting and coaching program that has been put together by Ilaji Hotels and Sports Resorts, which is starting tomorrow, Saturday, 1st of May, through to Friday, 7th of May. Remember, the aim of this program is to nurture football talent to stardom and in fulfillment of its contractual agreement with Malaga of Spain. So Ilaji is teaming up with Malaga, to give hope to footballing talent and would-be coaches. Let me put it that way. The project will be centered around scouting exercise for talented footballers and coaching clinic for coaches who want to give their careers a giant leap in the process. We already have the team from Malaga, in the city of Ibadan. Registration has been ongoing for this. It continues even up until tomorrow and through the entire exercise. For the players, I'm very, very particular about the opportunities that you have as a talented footballer. If you register and you get picked, the Ilaji Hotels and Sports Resorts will be responsible for sponsorship of your successful players and also be providing certificates of participation for coaches. You need more information about this, please call these numbers 0802362 6685 or 08072779231. Let's go on our Twitter page right now. AY, what have we got?
Well, just like we said earlier, the question is quite simple and maybe a bit straightforward. It says
it's simple when you have a winner.
Yeah, indeed.
And we do have a winner.
Of course, yes. The question is that I'm a former teammate of Artem Ben Arfa. I retired from active football in 2020. I made my English Premier League debut against Arsenal and scored 17 goals in the English top flight. Who am I? And yes, we got our answer from a Twitter handle at Manopetite. And the right answer is Chelsea, maybe legend or icon, Michael Essien. That's the right answer. He played with Artem Ben Arfa in the French League One before eventually joining Chelsea and then made his debut just 2 days after joining the Blues and scored 17 goals.
Interesting. So definitely you will see us in your DM very soon. Congratulations. Okay, do we have guys ready to play? 0809155155 005699868 07069493000. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello. Okay, maybe we should check another person. We really can't get what's the audio from there. Hello, good morning. Okay, the growing campaign to boycott social media this weekend to tackle AIDS and online abuse has received backing from all professional football, England and Scottish rugby. We're all saying no to racism. Hello, good morning. Okay, I think we're having technical difficulties with our lines today. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. I can't hear. Hello, good morning. Hey, I'm sorry. It's been tough this morning. Maybe we should try this way. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Ayodeji Lateef.
Yes.
You won last week.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay, let's have your number, Ayodeji.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me, which country will host the next World Mini Football competition?
Mini football. Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. That's your answer.
Yes.
Okay. The correct answer is Ukraine. I'm sorry, Ayodeji. Okay. Let's see if we can have somebody else. Do we have anybody else on the line? Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please, you need to turn down the volume on your radio set, please. Thank you.
Yes, I do that.
So, good morning. Where are you calling from?
Good morning, sir. I'm calling from my job.
Okay, your name?
My name is Olamide Yusuf.
Olamide Yusuf. Okay, pick a number. Olamide.
Number 3.
Number 3. You'll be our last caller, so you better be right. You need to turn down the volume on your radio set. Mention.
What is it, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so mention the 3 countries in the Tigresses group for the Olympics game this summer.
Okay. France.
Okay?
Japan.
Okay?
USA.
USA. Absolutely correct. Congratulations. Is this the first time of winning on the program?
No, sir.
Okay, you've won before.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so be my DM on Instagram today with your details. And you'll be credited 5,000 naira. Congratulations. Thank you so much for calling. I feel like trying to share out this morning, but then again, he doesn't want to play. Okay, so tell me. Tell me the result of tell me 3 goal scorers yesterday in the United versus Roma game.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Sorry,
Have a great weekend.
So can I attempt the question?
Well, by now we should be signing out.
Yeah,
We're late.
It's gonna take me less than 2 seconds.
Are you just going to let us
It will
continue?
take me less than 2 seconds, really. Today.
Thank you so much, Ayobami Animasha.
Which is grasses.
Faith Adedeji.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.